Yeah, YouTube is delaying just a few seconds, just to know. Warm welcome, everyone. Warm welcome, Adam. So much joy is... Okay, again. So happy to see you like that. And more joy is coming, knowing that actually less than a week you will be here with us in Sofia. So the impulse to invite you to host such a gathering is to talk about, to share about the upcoming events in person here in Sofia, Bulgaria. But also it is a nice opportunity to just gather like that, gather together.
Само ще кажа за новите, които дойдоха с български имена. Ако някой има нужда от превод, нека да даде знак, иначе аз няма да превеждам, няма нужда. Но съм тук на разположение.
So let me just ask you, I was wondering how to start. I mean, there was a suggestion to start with some kind of opening or an invitation, but probably is the best way to describe your work or this which is happening with you in these events in person is to invite you to just share a few words, few sentences about this invitation that you are constantly inviting us to notice, to be open, to be curious about that. So what is this invitation about? Maybe this is the first question I have as an opening.
Yeah, thank you, Luchana. I just want to, thank you for bringing us all together. And yeah, I can just really, it's just so beautiful to see all these beloved faces, and I just really feel my heart just like so touched by your presence and like this gathering of people from around the world. Really so lovely being here with you this morning. And the retreats that I'm offering in Bulgaria are called Living in Your Desire, Living Non-Duality. Keep that going. Thanks.
I'm going to mute everyone, and then if someone wants to ask something, just unmute yourself. Okay.
It's always hard to know like how to name what we're doing at these retreats, because it's very much a dynamic, creative process. It's not like I come with a curriculum to teach or something. It's like we gather together and we see what unfolds, what wants to unfold. Maybe I'll just say a little bit about why those particular words resonate with me, and sort of one way of looking at the invitation anyway. So for me, sort of non-duality is like pointing to the ultimate reality. It's pointing to the absence of any framework or model that adequately describes what this is. Like, this is inherently mysterious. It's vast. Our place in this is like beyond description, paradoxical, So this is the sort of starting point. This basically deconstruction of like all our narratives, everything we've been told about what the world is and what we are, and then returning to like our direct experience. And the invitation with this return to our direct experience is dropping into these bodies that we have, whatever the hell we call. I mean, what is a body? When we actually like have the direct experience of a body, it's like, wow, there's just like a lot happening here. It's, again, like so hard to describe, so many layers to the experience, so much to discover. And it's so dynamic, it's constantly moving, constantly shifting, all this different energies moving through us. So rich, so vivid. And the invitation, as I see it, is to open to this movement of energy through us, this erotic life energy, this inspiration, this sort of juice of life. Letting ourselves feel what we feel, letting ourselves be touched by our experience, touched by each other. And giving permission for whatever way we want to move with this energy, or allowing ourselves to move the way that the energy wants to move us, and not imagining that our movement through life should have a particular form, that it should look like someone else's movement. Like really honoring the uniqueness of our experience, the uniqueness of what lights us up, what we're drawn to, honoring like our particular journey. Not believing those shame voices that tell us that our journey is wrong or inadequate or should be like this or should be like that. Like none of us know like what this is for. Like we're all in the discovery and exploration. And we all have like direct access to our own experience. So, yeah, like so really tuning into what's true for us, like giving permission for the way that we want to move, holding the parts of our experience that are difficult with love, with gentleness. And these retreats, these gatherings that we're going to be doing in person in Bulgaria are such an opportunity to dive into our direct experience together, and to explore connection with each other, intimacy, eros, love, and really like just being in that exploration together. We learn so much from being in the field together, and like giving ourselves so much permission for our exploration. It's kind of like the discovery of like, oh wow, we can really be like, this is possible for us. We can be this awake, this alive, this connected. And these deep dives then inform what happens like when we leave the retreat. Like it's like we can feel the things shift inside us. There's new discoveries are made. Things drop away. And again, the integration is not like we capture the true ideology or something, or we know how it's supposed to be. It's really like we're just giving ourselves this opportunity to really look closely, to feel deeply. allowing our systems to be remade, transformed, opened, softened. I guess really one of the best ways to to describe the experience or give you a taste of the experience is for us to do what we can do here in this much more brief gathering on Zoom, but to drop in together here. And I'd love to hear from you, like what you're experiencing, any challenges that are up for you, any questions you have. And we'll just like be with each other in this exploration, in this inquiry.
Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you so much. Yeah, I also would like to invite, if you want to share something, ask something, unmute yourself or raise your hand. We are not so much. We just can share whatever comes. And while we are waiting for someone to share, I don't know, maybe if there is a word which describes the experience, the experience in person when we gather like that with you is allowance for me, like as if there is allowance for everything. And yeah, allowance to be as you are, not to perform, not to act, not to be in a certain way, but just allowance to be as you are, exactly as you are.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
Hey, Adam.
Hi, Ethan.
I just wanted to be with you for a moment, and I saw my mind go to like, I need to construct a question or a problem so I can like step forward to be with you. And I thought, no, I'm just gonna step forward to be with you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it's so lovely just connecting with you, feeling you. That's softening. Just really feel your heart.
I've been feeling you recently. I think I have like an unsent text that I wrote to you a few weeks ago and then wasn't sure why, like if I should, I don't know, but yeah. Been having some lovely experiences of dropping in, just showing up. And yeah, I wanted to almost check in with you and just kind of get a little bit of support with orientation or calibration of what it is that's been happening. But that doesn't feel alive right now. But I've been feeling you some.
Yeah, I just want to say that it's totally welcome if you want to bring, whatever it is here.
Yeah, I've been doing some session work with people for the last year, like internal family systems parts work, and but then just in the last month and a half, something really different started happening, where I just kind of sit with some eye contact and some openness, and like we would just drop into like a really deep wordless space where I can feel and tend to their parts, but it's like it's so much deeper, just like, and sometimes we both just cease to be there. There's nobody there. There's just like this field, and just resting, and it's so like simple and obvious and like nourishing, and there's just nothing to say about it. And I was a little bit disoriented, like it was obviously a lovely thing to have happen, but I didn't quite know. I wasn't fulfilling on like doing an IFS session with the clients because I mean, nobody was complaining, but it just got to be a little disorienting. And actually running into Peter Fenner's collection of like called The Sacred Mirror, those essays, I started getting some context after about a month of like kind of unknown. It was happening like once a day or something with clients. Step is a thing that people talk about and do. And I remembered you in that regard. And I just kind of wanted to like just get a little orientation. And some of that's happening now through Peter's book, Natural Awakening, and other things. So, but it's been a luscious, yummy arriving, just sort of that's been descending on me sometimes, or on no one,
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, it's like when we bring love and consciousness to these parts of our experience, especially the parts that we've been, distanced from, or we're making wrong or shutting down. It's like we become aware of like how big we are. We become aware of the consciousness that we are. It's like it's just like so natural. Just love the way you describe that, like that, how it just opens, like there's just this opening that happens.
And I can see the parts of me that want to hang on to it, or that get worried, like, oh, it hasn't been here in a few days, or like, I'm sitting and I'm trying to like reach for that radiant mind. I'm not finding it. And it's like, and I know like the intellectual parts can get really busy. Like, well, I know better. There's nothing to look for, but it's still, I'm like not, I can just see some activity that pulls me out a little bit and creates tension. And it was like, it's not tension when it happens. It's totally different, And there's even I can feel some grief or some mourning, like a longing, like, oh, wondering if I've lost that, or just being visited by this beautiful experience for a while and now it's gone or something,
Yeah, it's beautiful just to feel that longing of the heart, and just like seeing how these stories of losing something are just like more shaming, or we should be abiding in the non-dual absolute all the time or something. But it's like we get to zoom in, we get to zoom out, we get to be like so like in the particular, and then like in the vastness. We get to like be in the full range of our experience. It's all here for us. There's no like particular experience or particular perspective that we need to be in all the time.
You can see the ones that believe there's like a freedom from suffering there, that like just abiding in that spacious non-being is sort of, the best thing to do, and like an escape or there's just this lot, I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, and for me, it's like it's beautiful, right? Like that recognition of the non-dual like consciousness space. It's like, I mean, it's so powerful to know that's what we are, like the vastness that we are. So helpful, so nourishing. But it's also so beautiful when we feel the suffering with love and compassion. We're like so present to it, and we just let it like tear our hearts open. It's like, it's delicious.
Yeah, the woman I think that spoke before me said this quality of being with you is like allowing, I think. And I almost want to just modify it slightly and being reminded of what it's like when all the times I've been with you, and it's like welcoming, right? Like in that you actually remind me to welcome like all of my experience, and as we like drop the resistance to aspects of it and just allow it to be, then there's a beautiful kind of blooming out into like the exquisite fullness of just exactly as it is, with the courage to let it be exactly as it is,
Sorry, Ethan.
Yeah.
Do you mean Adam, right? To be with Adam, or with everyone, or what do you mean by be with you?
Well, now I have just Adam's face like really big right here, and here's Adam's eyes. So I'm mostly just being reminded of, like, you had asked that we sort of think about the field of what it's like being with Adam as you were promoting the event, and you mentioned like he's allowing everything, I think, and I was just adding like he's like welcoming, he's inviting, he's like savoring and inviting me to savor and welcome everything, you know. So yeah. Did that clarify it? And I'm also happy to cede the space to the next questioner. If there's hands up, I'm not watching any of that.
Yeah, I was just pointing the direction that why just Adam, because you need to be like happy to meet everyone, actually, no matter if you know the one or not. If you say that we are all one, from my understanding.
There's something that happens for me in my experience that I can't fit into like an intellectual framework right now, that I'll just say when I'm with Adam, this, whatever that means, my experience being that I feel a certain kind of energetic resonance of softening and allowing or welcoming. And so I don't know what it means in the models of being one and it should be everywhere. Like, I don't disagree. I don't know what any of that means right now, but I know that like with this being, the way I feel being with Adam, the way I feel myself, something comes alive, and you know, so I'm just kind of being with this experience right now, with this beloved being here. And this beloved being here. I love the invitation that I'm hearing from you as well. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Ethan. So lovely being with you.
Hello.
Hi, Asa.
Hi, Adam. I have felt a resistance this morning. Shutting down arrows. Very afraid. I am.
What's happening for you now?
I feel emotional. I think I'm feeling a lot of the energy from other people. And yes, questioning the shame voice more. That maybe it's okay to maybe let them both be here. You know, the fear too. I've been I think I'm fighting.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, just like letting in all the different feelings be here, all the different energies, not making our experience wrong. Yeah, it's so okay to be scared, like to hold the scared one, to be present to it.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, just to feel that tremble. Yeah. Yeah, and just allow the trembling to go on as long as it wants to. Like there's no way we're supposed to be. There's no like destination. We're big enough for all the different energies. Mm,
Thank you.
mm, mm. Oh, so lovely being with you. What are you noticing now?
Likewise. Just more playful, so
Yeah,
giddy.
yeah. Uh,
I'm gonna mute now.
so yummy connecting with you. Mhm. Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Right?
Again, invitation for those of you who are here in Zoom. Also, we are streaming in YouTube. If there are questions there or something, I will read it. But of course, friends in Zoom are most welcome to share. If you want to ask something about the events also, I will be here a little bit more after Adam. Adam needs to go in 30 minutes or so, so I will stay a little bit more. If you want to ask something about the events. But I recognize that playfulness and that joy which was expressed just now from Asi. Was it Asi?
Asa. Yeah.
Asa, yeah. Yeah, this is something very common
Mhm.
in your, I mean, when we gather like that. The first thing I noticed, it was 5 years ago, I think, 4 or 5. It's like all the friends which we were at the retreat, we all become like children, like this, I don't know, clear faces, as if something is being lifted from the face. You can clearly see how it's like there is more enjoyment, more, I don't know what, again, allowance, acceptance, enjoying of that which is here.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a relief to realize there's no problem to be solved. There's no way that we're supposed to be. There's no way to figure out.
Yeah. And naturally, with that
we
comes
still get to
joy.
play.
Can I ask something?
Sure, please.
For me, the question is how we as a children can integrate ourselves in the adults world outside. Because I feel this childish attitude, or I don't know how to express this in me, and I'm kind of always heading towards someone like, hey, hello, what's going on? Like everything is fine, and they were like, oh no, I did this, I did that, and then I was like captured in this, I don't know, their energy, and kind of back down myself and then start behave like adult, let's say. So for me it's difficult to express this child in me.
Yeah, I mean, it's so beautiful, right, to have people that we can express these parts of us with, you know, that we can play. And you know, like, we get to choose how we want to move with people who are not in that space, you know, who are caught up in whatever they're caught up in. You know, we can be with them there, we can love them there, we can go somewhere else. It's like we so get to discover like what's true for us, how we want to move in the world. in any particular moment. I mean, it's not like we have to decide like this is what I should be, or this is how I should be with people when they show up like this. Yeah.
Yeah, like I always feel like I need to do something to make them to understand that they need to smile instead of but I can't change everyone around me, and also I don't want to change myself to fit them, so not sure how to deal with this.
Yeah, it's like it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's great to notice that like you don't have to do anything. You know, it's like I mean, I know that it's like hard to say, but it's really so true. Like it's like we're all on our own journey. You know, it's like and everybody's journey is valid. And like we're not able to, you know, like, yeah, I mean, I would love, right, to, I mean, these retreats and so on, where we're coming together and we're exploring together, but it's like, you know, I would love for the whole world to like wake up to the possibilities, you know, we're exploring in these places, but you know, but it's just not, people are not ready for that. They're in a different place in the journey. Many people are.
And what, just leave the place and go somewhere else?
What do you say?
Just leave the place or the person and go somewhere else, or find somewhere else, or I don't know what.
I mean, it's like sometimes it's just not possible to reach people, right? Like the shame and the fear layers are just so strong. It's like there's just no way to, you know, I mean, at least no way that I can find or you can find, like, that we're going to be able to connect with them and like support them there. You know, that's often the case. I mean, that's why people don't come to these retreats. That's why people don't come to other potentially healing, nourishing. They're just like, their systems are not ready for that. Like it doesn't even show up on their radar as a possibility. You know, I mean, it's so heartbreaking to really take in what's happening, like how much suffering there is and how difficult it is. You know, because you know, it's like when we're shut down, when our systems are shut down, like we just don't have access to like what's happening here with you and this group and so on. Like it just wouldn't make any sense. You know, they would just be reading it through the mind or something and just like, what are all these freaks talking about? You know, that it's so heartbreaking that like you know, that people can't find the nourishment in that place. You know, and we can't find the nourishment sometimes. I mean, you know, it can happen for any of us where we're in a particular spot where it's just like, it's, you know, we're like in the nightmare for a bit, you know. And for some people that nightmare is full on, and it's like, you know, it's many hours of the day. It's like really, yeah, so sad. Yeah, I really appreciate your question. Yeah. And just the longing to invite people into that joyful open space, you know. It's like, it's totally what this call is about. Like, come join us. Yeah. Whoever you are, whatever's going on. But it's just it's tragic that for so many people that's not possible. But they just yeah, there's no way for them to be available for it right now. It's really tragic. Heartbreaking. Yeah, thank you.
Благодаря ти, Елена.
Can I share something?
Yeah, Gaia.
Do you hear me? Shall I come closer?
Yeah.
I will share something about what Elena spoke about dealing with people who can't seem to be open to the childish joy in us, or the lightness of heart. And I thought about myself, what do I do in these kind of cases? And I hadn't thought about this before. So now it was my first time to explore. And I actually discovered that I don't care anymore. I don't have any desire about how the other people should be, about what they should feel. Like, I don't feel better when they are happy and smiling than when they're unhappy and maybe crying or heavy of heart, because I discover this, that once you give yourself permission to experience whatever you experience, there is no problem anymore with other people experiencing whatever they are experiencing. And it doesn't make you more happy or less happy. It doesn't make you feel heavy or light. It's so serene, whatever it is. I don't need other people to be happy. I don't even want them to be happy, you know? I don't want something to be in a way that it's not. And the feeling inside of me is that I have the light. I don't need it from outside. And I don't feel pity like for people who apparently don't have the same light. I just sit around with them. And the light shines. So if they want, they can take it. No problem. Like, the space becomes enlightened by the very acceptance of it. And it's such a peaceful way to exist. And also it's very satisfying way to exist, because interactions happen on a different level in this space. It takes a little bit of time in the beginning, maybe, for people to acclimatize to this new kind of, is this true? To check once or twice. And I remember that before I was a very cheerful person. I wanted always to cheer people up. It was like my default condition. Whenever I see somebody, I want to cheer him up. Everything is fine. You can make it. No problem. I will help you, or whatever. And now this is infantile. Why should always people be cheerful?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, like not making other people's experience a problem. Yeah.
No, it's not a problem.
Right.
Because once you experience it in yourself and you feel the nourishment of it, this is a very fine word that you are using, the nourishment of the experience, whatever it is, the fact that it is real, it nourishes you. So once you experience it in yourself, it's perfectly okay for other people to experience it in your presence.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we do in the retreat as well. It's like we're feeling each other. We're open to the whole field of experience. And often when one person shares, it connects us to a part of our experience that maybe we haven't noticed, or we've abandoned or rejected in ourselves. So it's that's part of like what happens, that opening to everything.
Yeah, I feel that I learned this at your retreats. It was not in books, it was not in ideologies, whatever nice words. Maybe I heard it before. Yes, I did hear about this, but I didn't experience it. And the way to learn actually is to experience.
Beautiful. Thank you,
So
Gaia.
thank you, Adam.
Can I ask a question? I have a question
Yeah.
for Gaia.
Sure.
Gaia, you said that you used to cheer people up. I feel that I am trying very hard to do that. And so I have ups and downs because when they're not cheerful, I feel disappointed sometimes. When you say that you accept people for who they are and like whatever situation they're in, is this, and I think you said maybe you learn to accept yourself first. Is that how you accept other people? Sorry, my question is, do you accept yourself? Therefore, you accept other people.
Yes.
And is that a choice you make? Like, I'm going to choose to accept myself.
Adam
Or
taught
does it
me
happen
that.
gradually?
I didn't choose it. Adam taught me. It's just I experienced it in his presence, and to my surprise, it was a surprising experience. You know, to experience your own forbidden states, not even emotions, just emotions, just states. We forbid ourselves to feel, for example, discouraged, or to feel weak, or to feel desperate. You know, everybody forbids, or even to feel excited or joyful sometimes. We forbid it. It depends on our conditioning. And when I experienced the acceptance of these states in the presence of Adam, because you can't do it without a teacher. And whoever has reached a certain capability or experience, he's the one, or he or she is the one who can teach other people to also do the same. And when I experienced it repeatedly, because it has been, I think, 5 years of retreats with Adam in Bulgaria, and when I experienced it repeatedly, it just kind of, my system learns to allow it for myself when I'm alone. Because with Adam, you feel safe to break down. If you are on your own, it's not safe to break down, because who will pick you up when you break down? You are the one who have to hold yourself together, you know? But then with Adam, you feel safe to do it without being encouraged into another state of positivity or strength or cheerfulness. And then you experience that it's perfectly okay, that it is life flowing through you. So I just learned to do it with myself. It takes time. And I have gone through some really dark places. And I believe they are present in every one of us. Absolutely, no one is there is no insurance against this. And the very dark places of rejecting my very own existence, waking me up in the night and telling me awful things, you know, these kinds of states. And when you learn to just stay with them, allow them, a point comes when they are exhausted. There is no more of it. It just goes away. It flows away.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you both.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lucy.
Thank you guys for that. That's moved so much in me, and it's helped me find what's lying and what's here now. So I would really value this time to sit with what's moving in me right now. I'll give some story in context because, well, it's still possible to talk. So there's It's like I'm being invited to expand my ability to allow, to really allow, not just, you know, get comfortable with the allowing that I've managed so far, but to get really allow a whole new level of. There's a child somewhere in my village every day. I think I'm going to be like, the words will run out because it's too much. Every day they scream. They scream like someone in terrible pain. Every day, right about the same time. Sometimes it's short screaming, sometimes it's long screaming. And there's me thinking, oh, I can accept everyone where they are. I can allow them to have their story and their path. And I don't want to rescue anyone. I've been out on the street looking for the house this screaming is coming from. I've wondered, who can I talk to in the neighborhoods? Who can I call out to? I've been praying. I've been reaching out on the inner planes. I've been doing everything except accepting. Because if I have to accept this screaming child, then my heart my heart has to break open again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so lovely being with you here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You know, my heart breaks open and there's this flood of love and warmth. And I see in all one instant the screaming child was within me and I was within them. And it doesn't change the fact I can't help them, or that's going to continue. But yeah.
It's so beautiful. We can really open to it all, like really open our hearts to feel it all without distancing, without putting some ideology that makes it okay or something, but actually feeling it, like letting it like pierce us, letting ourselves be touched, be moved.
Yeah, I was right on the edge of finding some kind of mental armory to make sure I could accept it the cold way. So no, that's not acceptance. That is not where this is taking you.
Yeah,
If there is anything, sorry.
Because otherwise we have to shut down our hearts. You know, if we can't let that in, it's like we have to shut part of ourselves down. We have to harden ourselves.
Yeah, it feels really good to let that break open. It's so funny that I mean, that's been going on for so long and I've resisted this so hard. And this was all I was resisting, was a moment of just allowing this. And here it is now. Thank you. Thank you so much for holding the field and the space, and everyone here as well with you. That lets this happen like that.
Yeah, thank you for courageously opening yourself and feeling that and sharing it with us. So beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. That was special for me. Sorry to bring a traumatic story with no warning there, but thank you for holding it.
Well, thank you, Lucy.
Oh, Adam, sorry, me again. I can clearly see that you can feel everybody's pain or joy or everything that goes through everyone goes through you. So how do you deal with these emotions of other people's within you?
I mean, there's not really a dealing with it. I mean, like everything just gets to move through. So, you know, when Lucy's sharing, I'm just like, you know, I'm tearing up, I'm allowing it like to pierce me. I'm like, I'm hearing the scream too, you know. This is like, I'm like here for all of it. I'm allowing myself to feel it all, like all the different dimensions of human experience. Like, and I'm not saying I'm connected to them all yet, but I'm available for that. I'm interested in that. I want to be alive. I don't want to have to like, you know, like live inside some smaller version of reality. I want to like be open to what's here, like to really let myself be touched by it.
Yeah, but touched but not affected, because for me, when I heard some story like this, like now I feel the pain in my chest, and I don't know if I'm going to get rid of this pain in the next half an hour or so. You know what I mean? I'm kind of stuck to somebody's pain and I can't release it from me. And it's like sometimes very, I don't know, not good for me.
Well, it's the challenge here is that like when we don't when we resist meeting something, we're like, oh, I don't want to feel that, you know, it's like it stops it, and we're aware, like part of us is aware, even if it's subconscious, like that, like we're stopping, like we're not willing to look at that, we're not willing to let that in. So and it's actually like it's our systems are working continuously to not let things in, to like filter reality, to like so we're like, we're not seeing this, I'm not seeing this, I'm not seeing this, you know. It's actually very hard work, you know. It's like, and I'll just stay in the mind and I'll think about the same thing again and again, you know, like to avoid like really being here and really feeling this, because we're scared to feel it, you know. But actually, like it's actually beautiful when we let ourselves feel it, like even the deepest pain. It's like when we and it does move, it does shift, it softens. Like it's like the hardness is actually the painful part. It's like that hardening, like, oh, I don't want to feel that, get that away from me. Like that's the hard part, because then we know, like, oh my God, I'm gonna block this out. I've got to keep blocking this out. But it's like when we just if we're able to let it in, you know, this can sound really easy, right? Like I'm saying, like, yeah, just let it in, you know. But it's like, but you know, for good reason, we have shut ourselves down. You know, we didn't have capacity to feel the stuff at some point in our childhood. Typically, sometimes later on in life, we're also traumatized, but typically it's early, and it's very, very difficult to like open ourselves. Like and that's the painful part, where we're feeling like, oh, I want to open, but like I'm terrified. I feel like I'm going to be torn apart. I'm going to be, you know, I'll fall into the abyss of misery, and I'll be in that forever and ever, you know. So it can feel so threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so really, you know, just to feel like the edge of that, and also to see that this idea that there are things we're not allowed to feel, or will break us, or it means we're bad if we feel it, like that's not true. You know, that we actually have, like, our systems can integrate these things, that we can open to it. And just to be really gentle with that process of opening. It's not something we can just force like that. And one of the beautiful things about the retreats is, like, we're in there for 5 days. We see all this stuff. Where it's all available. We soften, we open, and it's just, and we start to discover, like, oh my God, like I'm feeling so much more than I ever realized was possible. And then, like, when we go out into the world after the retreat, it's like we're just so much more available. We're less threatened by the stuff that we run into, the feelings that show up, because we've like, our system is aware, like, you know, we have capacity. We can actually feel this. We can let ourselves really be, like, just, you know, it's okay to cry. It's okay to, like, let our heart be touched.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mm.
To live without needing of protect yourself from environment or anybody else's, let's say, negative energy or stuff like this, that people always tell this bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, it's like we don't have to move through the world so scared, so protected, and then we're so much more available for connection and intimacy. You know, like we're able to feel the aliveness, and we can really be with each other. Because if we're scared to feel stuff, whenever we're relating to someone, we're like, oh, don't show me that, don't feel, you know, it's like we're scared of the intimacy. We have to keep people at a distance. So this capacity to feel what we're feeling allows us to be so close to each other. You know, so we can just, you know, whatever you bring to me, I can open and be like, oh, wow, what's happening there? You know, I can really just I'm going to join you in that. I'm going to feel that in my system.
Oh, this is so relieving. I mean, a relief to hear that, at least. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's such a relief. Yeah, we don't have to be scared of ourselves. We don't have to be scared of each other. We don't have to be scared of feeling. Such a relief. We're working so hard to avoid all, you know, it's like there's so much of our energy is taken and like trying not to experience things, not to, you know, it's so beautiful. Like when that relaxes, there's so much space available. There's so much, yeah, like life can really come in, you know, we can really feel it. Thank you so much for your question. Really beautiful. And for really allowing the connection here. You know, I can really feel you with me here. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Elena, again. Adam, I just I'm looking at the clock and it's already.
I know I do have to go.
Richard, yeah, Richard has his hand. Richard,
let's. Yeah, I'd love to connect with Richard. Let's have Richard be the last person. I'll
okay.
go over a little bit here.
Okay.
I do have to leave pretty soon, but yeah, I can stay for this. Okay. Yeah, Richard.
Hey, Adam.
Richard.
Hi.
Good to see you. So I was curious about your retreat, the upcoming retreats in Bulgaria. If it's like, is it like a lecture kind of format, or like you just mentioned, exploration for connection and intimacy, or do you have different types of exercises where we do small and group things, or can you say more about that?
Yeah, it's very much about exploring the way that we are now, and also yeah, like doing exercises, like one-on-one exercises with other participants, group exercises, and a lot of emphasis on being in the body and like discovering like what's authentic for us, like in terms of how we want to move, how we want to interact with each other. But really it's like I said, there's no like sort of curriculum. It's not like I show up with like, this is what we're going to do and I run you through a whole bunch of stuff. It's like we're really like in the field together, and we like explore what wants to happen, and we're just on the journey together. And yeah, and it's always different, and it's always like there's a kind of a magic that happens, you know, because this consciousness just leads the way and it shows us what needs to happen, and people have the experiences they need to have, and yeah, it's so beautiful.
Cool, thank you for that. Yeah, that was it.
I'd love to have you in Bulgaria, Richard. If you want to join us, it would be so fun. It would be so fun.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, thank you for your question.
Yeah, Richard, if you want to ask something else when Adam leaves, I'm here about the retreats, right, because we are hosting the retreats here. Yeah, just to
all right, thanks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head out here, but I just want to thank you all for gathering today. It's like so beautiful being with you all. So yummy.
Thank you, Adam. Can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to seeing some of you in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
I'd love all of you to join us in Bulgaria. It's so lovely.
It's
like
such fun.
5 days together. You know, like we're in a residential. We're all together for the whole 5 days. You know, having dinner together and yeah, having the evenings together. It's just such a deep experience. Yeah, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you again for everyone who's joined us on this call. You know, just the people who have shared so vulnerably, and the way that you've held each other and been with each other as they're sharing. So yeah, so appreciating you all. And thank you, Luchana, again for bringing us together.
Thank you, Adam. Such a joy.
Thank you, Adam.
Such a joy.
Much love to you all.
Much love. See you soon.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye bye. Thanks.
Thank
Красивая.
you.
Love you.
Love you. So happy to see some of you maybe next week also. Yeah, if you want to ask something, guys, about the events here, I don't know. Richard, I know Richard is in US. Maybe some of you are somewhere else in Europe. Anyhow, just if you want to ask something, give it here.
What are the dates?
So we start. Adam comes next week. So we are going to have a one-day event here, non-residential, like a half-day event, 4 hours. Then we are going to have a weekend retreat, which is going to be the whole day, Saturday and Sunday, 14th and 15th of October. This is non-residential, so it's going to be in Sofia, both days, so Saturday and Sunday. And then from Wednesday, 18th of October till 22nd, we are in mountain. It is close to Sofia, up to an hour by car. High in the mountain in a lovely hotel. Some friends are also joining from somewhere, from Israel, from Germany. Yeah, if you considering coming, just let me know and we will take care about, I mean, the logistic, like from Sofia to the mountain. You can rely on that. You will be in good hands, you know. So much joy. Yeah, and like Gaia, I would also say that Adam is a major figure in my own deepening and flourishing and whatever you want to call it, and greater intimacy in relationships as well. Deeper intimacy. I don't know, I just feel so lucky that it turns out that one friend invites Adam here, and then it's just a miracle. Gaia, is it 5 years or 4? I'm not sure. I think 5.
I think it's 5.
Yeah, I think this is
This is the 5th year.
Oh yeah, we have anniversary. Ah. Yeah, Petya. Елена, ти къде беше? Ти си в
Аз съм
Англия?
в UK, да.
Okay.
И няма да мога да дойда. Исках много да дойда, ама
Другия път.
другия път.
How many people right now are planning to be at the residential retreat? And it's like a 1% that can make it.
Around, I guess around 20 or maybe 22. I'm not quite sure. You know, usually the last week we can know for sure. For now, I think 12, 15 people are subscribed, but yeah, people are deciding here the last moment. So yeah.
We've hosted Adam for a residential retreat in my home many years ago.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's sweet.
You know.
Yeah. Many years ago.
Lovely.
How old are you?
Go on.
Just joking. No, nothing. He says many years ago, I said, how old are you?
Will you all be there? Elena and Gaia and
Unfortunately, I can't come. I wanted, but not this time.
Eva, are you coming?
I'm not sure for the 5-day retreat, but maybe I will come for the weekend. I don't know. You know, I have some symptoms of burnout last 4 or 5 months because a lot of energy are coming through my body. And I cannot stop it, you know, but I have to take care to stay. Sometimes I just cannot stay a long time with people, but now I feel better than April. So I will see how I will feel and decide. In the last moment, Luchana and Lubu knows this.
You are always welcome, you know, everyone is always welcome.
Is
Everyone.
there a problem to book a room?
No,
You know,
no
in the
problem.
last moment.
No problem at all. So to your question, Gaia is going to be with us. Gaia is helping a lot with translation into Bulgarian. So we are translating these retreats. Yeah. And other lovely people also.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. You will fall in love really. Everyone there. It's amazing experience.
Yeah, once on a retreat with Adam, forever friends.
Forever
So-
loving each other, yes.
Yeah, just not friends, just forever loving each other. Yeah.
I love this energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can't be hidden.
I will unmute myself because it will continue.
Yeah. Yeah, in the end, yeah. If you need to come now, you will come. If not, you will come next time. It is how it is. This is how it works. I was very passionate in the beginning, like very passionate. I wanted, like Adam mentioned, like the whole world, not Bulgaria, a whole world, like to come and to see and to feel that joy and to be free and to just see through these imaginary problems that we are creating. But nope, few come. So few.
А може ли аз да питам, понеже този път няма да успее за двете дати? Има ли
Разбира се.
горе-долу индикация кога ще е следващия път? Понеже миналата година не успях поради същата причина.
Ами,
Те са
обикновено...
три дати. Случайно да не си пропуснала някакво.
Ами, всъщност
Три
аз чух
събития.
първото не можах да разбера кога е. Чух за 14-15.
Значи, първото е на 13.
So we are English speaking guys. Iliana in Bulgaria, she's asking for the dates of the events.
Първият ден е петък 13 от 1 до 5 в Топол Централа. Събитието е отворено за всички.
On the 13th and it's half a day and it's open for everybody.
Записваме за него, защото да, няма такса, плащате, оставяте дарение.
It's free, you can pay whatever you wish.
Не можем да поемаме повече от
As a gift.
40 души и сме записали около 40 за момента, така че...
We can hold more than 40 people and there have been already 30 people enlisted so far, so...
Това е първото събитие, петък 13. Следващото е уикенд събитие в Сантоша йога ще се проведе в София, в центъра.
On the 13th of October, on Friday,
15.
is the first event, and then the second event is a 2-day event, 14th and 15th.
Weekend retreat не е от 10 до 5, не е non-residential.
It's all day long from 10 in the morning until 5 in the evening, but it's non-residential. So.
То е с цена, записваме с капаро, изпратено.
And here you have to pay, it's not a gift.
И след това имаме 5-дневен ретрит на Паничиште, 4 нощувки от сряда до неделя.
And after that, we have the 5-day event at Panichishte, which is a ski resort in the mountain. There is no snow right now, but it's in the mountains in a very beautiful place, high, and it's from the 18th up to the 22nd.
И да, има възможност за единично настаняване, за двойно, предвидена е храна, имаме 3 храни на ден, хубава зала.
We are going to have everything taken care for. There are 3 meals a day, a beautiful hall. There are double rooms and also single rooms.
А за следващо идване обикновено планираме, като свърши това, не мога да кажа, трябва Адам да види неговия график, ние да видим нашия график.
And when it comes to upcoming retreats, usually we decide on the date after the present one finishes.
Обикновено е някъде март-април, нещо такова, нещо като между 6 месеца, през 6 месеца.
So far it has usually been in the spring, March or April.
Зависи.
Много благодаря.
Моля.
Янка, радвам се да те видя тук.
И аз, Пете, просто
се радвам,
Румен през това време, така че няма как да паралелно да съм.
Да.
I'm sorry, I can't be present because I'm at another event. It's so sweet to just sit here in front of the camera.
Yeah, it is. It is this feeling that you don't want to go. This is what happens. You don't want to go because there is nowhere to go. Yeah, eventually we need to end. Gaia, thank you so much for translating.
For translation, it's so much translation.
Yeah, but you will be prepared, and also Petya. Petya is amazing. Also, she would translate in Sofia. Nali Pete? Maybe she.
Yes, I will
okay.
be Sophie. Unfortunately, I won't be able to come to the retreat because I'm working on another. Yeah, I just the dates are overlapping, and I already was booked for this other one, but. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah,
it won't be the same without you.
And without you.
Yeah, that's true. So true. Yeah, if someone wants to share or ask something, otherwise we will finish like that. Lovely to be with you. Just to know that on our channel, regularly we are doing meeting like that. Maybe each Thursdays. Tomorrow there will be a live meeting. So if you resonate with what is being shared, do join if you feel a resonance, of course. Nothing is at any cost.
There's always a cost.
No.
But invisible. Just sharing energy around.
Yeah.
I like that Ethan's background is a shiny day, not like me here in the dark already. Where are you based, by the way?
I'm in Santa Cruz, California, just about an hour from where Adam lives.
All right.
Yeah, so it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah.
And your internal family systems facilitator, because I have the book here and I tried.
Which book do you have?
I have to go and see because I've read it. I don't know this book. This one.
This one's about
Richard
relationships.
Schwartz's book.
Yeah, that one's focused on relationships a little bit. Yeah, I do that work. I'd be happy to offer anyone here a free session if you want to try a session of IFS.
Me.
Put my email.
Yeah, you can write your
I just
email
want
or something in the group, in the chat. Lovely.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful.
but I don't speak Bulgarian. I've spent some time there, but I don't speak the language.
Yeah, I think we can do it in English.
Or we call for one of our translator friends. Thank you, everyone. Good to be with you, and have a lovely time. I think it's almost impossible that I could make it there in this short time, and I have some conflicting events, but I would love to be with you. So sometime. Yeah.
Who knows?
Bye.
Who knows? Okay, guys, we will leave it like that. Lovely to be with you, and I can't wait to see you next week.
See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye bye.